Hey, I'm Pascal from Orangepixel and welcome to another video. I started working on Regul City back in 2021 after releasing and launching Residual, and in the recent weeks I've deleted months, like literally a lot of months of work from the game, only to make it better. I promise you, at least I think, and since I'm the game developer, I think it's a lot better now. So let's talk about the changes and the big things I actually had to delete just to make this game better. And don't worry about this just now. I can just undo it. This was just for the video. I'm gonna bring back that code because that stuff should have been deleted. So undo. Good thing I have source code backups. Nothing was lost. So haven't talked about Regul City for quite a lot of time. Of course, I'm working on two projects at the same time, and I know some of you think I'm crazy, and some of you actually told me that in the YouTube comments. I'm not that crazy. Regul City is a large project, and it has gone through many problems and figuring out exactly what it was supposed to be, and that's the biggest problem and issue with the game. I wasn't clear. I had just one feature that's squad based, and getting that up and running took a long time, and then I wasn't really sure what the actual game was, and that took a long time. Since then I've started on Gauntlet of Power. That game was a lot faster and probably going to be released before this one, and then I can just tweak Regul City until it approaches something that I'm really comfortable with. And then we're getting there. Just a lot of content I still want to add to the game, and I don't want to rush it out there. And so yeah, it took a while, and that's why I actually have two projects now, and every couple of weeks I switch between these projects, and actually that helps me focus on the important stuff, which is an unexpected added extra to working on two projects at the same time. So the last couple of weeks Gauntlet of Power, now a couple of weeks Regul City. It works for me. So, because by doing it like that, I kind of give myself deadlines or milestones. I know I have a couple of weeks to work on this project. I better focus on the important features. And for the most part, that works out fine, except for just a couple of days ago, I tweaked some of the AI settings, and the AI is an interesting thing. It's a large beast full of code and decision making, and eventually I'll do a video on it. I mean, at the core, it's pathfinding, but the decision making beyond that is what really is important. And I've been tweaking, optimizing, and of course I do a bunch of things at once, and then I test it and it looks okay. Then the next day I'm testing other stuff, and I notice that my squad members have no idea how to move around certain areas anymore. And they used to do that perfectly fine. And I know I've been tweaking it the last couple of days, so I must have changed something that broke it. And then of course it takes me like an hour or more to dig deep into a debug session and figure out what did I change and completely messed up the AI. Waste of time. But yeah, that's game development. It's sometimes you just want to improve something here and it looks okay until you figure out later that it probably broke a bunch of things. Luckily, for the most part, I know how to focus on the important stuff and get those things wrapped up, so that I can then leave the project and move on to the other project again. And I've been mixing and bouncing between two projects like that for a long time now, and it kind of works for me, as I said. So anyway, let's talk about the stuff I deleted from Regul City, and some of that was pretty big and literally took me a lot of time to get it up and running, and I now just delete it, removed it, dumped it. It's not going to be in the game anymore. But I think it's for the better. So for those who have been with the channel for a while, you might remember me talking about this city map, this whole city view mission selection type screen. I put a lot of time into it. It was a lot of colors at first, and I started doing gray tones and then only light up certain buildings, and eventually we got a good working mission select type screen or progress screen or something in between. And it's now completely gone. The thing is that I thought it was slowing down the pace of the game, and it didn't give you a lot of options. It was just an extra step between doing certain things. You could either move on to the next mission, not having to do anything, or had to go back to HQ to revive your squad, and then you had to select the HQ building. which if you look at it, doesn't make a lot of sense. The rest of the screen, it looks pretty, but it has no real functionality. So I completely removed it and replaced it with, right now, with nothing. You just play a mission, you go back to HQ, and from there you start the next mission. You want to get back to HQ because a lot of things have changed there as well. I'll get into that in a minute. But there's now a better game flow to it. I am gonna bring back a different type of mission screen, I think. I'm still thinking about this, and in my head I'm designing it. And if you've been with the channel for very long, you might remember this old video I created for Snakecore, where I came up with a mission tree-like structure. And I think that might actually work for Regulated City, where you can pick your mission. You can decide between 1 or 2 missions and decide your path to eventually get to the final mission, and whatever that's gonna be, get there and do it. So I think I'm gonna try to implement that one. That's gonna be for my next development session on this game. Right now I'm wrapping up a demo, and it should be available as you're watching this video. And I will be working on Gauntlet of Power again, as there's a bunch of things I want to work and dig into there. So the city map is completely gone now. But yeah, I think it's for the best. Another thing that I spent so much time on is the street view. And we had 3 doors, or it was like not just a street, but the whole city block. So you had 3 doors leading to 3 different missions. You had to complete all of them. And then at the end of the street, there would be an end boss. I didn't completely remove it. I love the street view too much, and I think it still adds a lot to the game. But there's now just 1 mission per street, so you get there in your van, or you get on the rooftop with your chopper. You enter the mission, and when you get out of the mission, there is nothing left on the street except for a lot of bad guys coming at you, and you have to hold on until the chopper comes there to help you and extract you from the scene. So there's a little extraction moment there, and I'm gonna tweak that a little bit more and add more to it, so there's more tension, and maybe give the player the option to actually put a bunch of mines around the area and just really defend yourself until the chopper arrives. I'm not sure yet if that's what I want to do, because that means it takes a lot longer, that part of the game, and I'm not sure how long I want that to take, or if players actually like it, but we'll see how that goes. For now, the whole street mission setup has changed and removed a bunch of things, so there's just 1 mission now. And again, it just improves the game flow. And you'll get back to HQ, and there are now weapons you can find during your missions. Just maybe 1, maybe 2, but mostly just 1 per mission. If you find it, it will be unlocked in HQ, and you can then use it as your default weapon. Also, when you return to HQ, there will be 2 crates with different gadgets and items you can use, like grenades, flash grenades, or scopes, or whatever. There will always be something at HQ for you to find and improve yourself before you go into the next mission. So that makes the HQ hub a lot more interesting. Of course, you can also revive your squad members there, or gain new squad members. And a bunch of other things. So HQ has undergone a lot of changes. I've been moving rooms around so that even the flow in HQ is more logical when you start the game. You don't have to first grind your way through hallways and rooms to get there, but you can just really get to the important stuff in a very logical way. So I'm very happy with those changes as well. Which brings me to the final change, and this was something that I added to the game fairly recently, a couple of videos ago. The store. It's completely gone. I've kept the merchant. He's now in HQ as more as a tech guy that somehow acquires interesting gadgets for you. But the store is gone. And not just the store, the money is gone as well. In previous versions, you would be running into a lot of money, gold, bags, suitcases with full of stacks of money and stuff like that, and it would increase your money counter, and with that money you could buy new items and weapons and gear. But it felt very forced onto the game, and I think it kind of was. So I completely removed that, including the money structure. I also, because of that, there were so many items you could buy, and to keep that interesting, I needed a lot of items. So I was forcing weird items into the game that just didn't make a lot of sense or weren't really usable or useful. I just had them in my inventory and I wouldn't really use them during the gameplay. So I removed all of that. There will be less items, but they will have more of an interest for you. And you will just have to get more of those as you use them, like flash grenades or normal grenades. You'll throw them they will be gone, so you want more of them here and there. And there will be improved version of that, and there will be gadgets like that, but they will make more sense, and you can just unlock them as you progress through the game. I think it just made more sense. The store was a fun feature, and in a lot of games that works, but in this game it felt forced. It wasn't working. A lot of time wasted on drawing the store and creating the level within, and then all the functionality. That's now, some of that is still in the game, but it's not going to be used again. So deleted a lot of stuff, removed a lot of work from the game, but every now and then you have to do that to improve your game. Now, it's not that I've been just deleting a bunch of things from the game. I've also been adding so many important improvements and new things. Notifications of your squad members leveling up, items, new weapons, or weapon changes and differences. Just a lot of stuff. Literally, the list of to-do things is the longest list I've ever had for an update or a demo version. Luckily, you can actually play that demo now as this video is live. So check out the description. There's a link to Steam. You can freely download the demo, play it. Let me know what you think in the comments, or come on to Discord or the Steam forum, or wherever you like to write your things on, maybe on a piece of paper, and send a dove my way to deliver it. Not sure that works, but yeah. So Regulated City is still in development. I had questions from people asking me if I was still working on it. Yes, I am. I'm not completely changing the game. It's really, I really love playing the game right now. Pretty close to what I wanted to create, or maybe it actually is what I want to create, and even better now. The game is still in development, and I am gonna release it next year. That's still the plan. Marketing stuff is gonna be done. I actually have somebody I'm gonna be working with who answered one of my videos. So for a little revenue percentage, he's gonna get a chance to see if he can actually get this game on the radar for many other people. So it's gonna be interesting. It's certainly gonna be interesting. We'll see how that works out. And for now, thanks for watching this video. I think that's pretty much it. I hope you're just gonna play the game and let me know. Come up on Discord, where you can actually see all the development I do daily on either one of these projects. So see you there, maybe, hopefully. Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, comment below, and see you next week. Bye.